I'm going to talk about something that recently happened in school. Approximately 3 p.m., dismissals at 3:18. 3 p.m., I was assisting a student who had been assaulted by another student with an object thrown at him, and I was talking to him, and the teacher comes over and says, "Shut up. Say one more thing, you're out." And did you just see what happened between them? Then I said, "This is America. This is not a dictatorship." She said, "Leave." So I left. I sat down in the office. 10 minutes till school gets out. Said, "What am I being written up for? Disrespect. I'm told to leave." Then, you know what, I'm going to get riled up. So then they say, "Robert, you're going to have to be quiet." Why do I have to be quiet? Be quiet. Why do I have to be quiet? Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up and go in that room! What a disrespectful kid. Bad kid.
All right, that's enough. That's enough. That's another clip where they then call the police on him for mentioning the Constitution. We'll get him to tell us that story himself. The clip I wanted to play was where the 9/11 Truth T-shirt, one of the first clips he did. But let's just go ahead and go to him, and we'll play that clip a little bit longer later in the show. Robert, good to have you back with us.
Yeah, glad to be back on, Alex.
You bet. Look, recap everything that's happened to you at this re-education camp known as a public school, a federalization brainwashing center, social engineering center. And I mean, just basically all the things that have happened. A brief synopsis of the saga, then we'll go through them all here.
Well, last year when I was a freshman at my high school, everything went fine, and I wasn't a 9/11 truther, and I wasn't into this New World Order. And then I went to science class. I was told that we were going to learn about the physics of 9/11. They then played a hit piece movie basically saying that, you know, the fire was hot enough to completely melt the steel and that it was structural failure.
Which, by the way, they admit that it didn't melt the steel now.
No, NIST even falls back on this.
Yeah, that was an older lie. So you were given an older version of the Ministry of Truth. Go ahead.
Yeah, and then that's how I became a 9/11 truther. So then when I became big in 9/11 truth in school and started passing out flyers and DVDs, this is when I became public enemy number one. The principal had told my parents that he had a red flag up for me and that he was going to be watching me very closely because I was standing up for 9/11 truth.
We got one that can see. You know, from They Live with the Sunglasses. They're like, got one that can see. Go ahead.
And so then later on in the school year, we were just in geography class and had a substitute teacher. When two students began arguing, one student then threw an agenda book, which is it's kind of small item, but it's still a book. It's got binding on it. Threw it and hit another kid in the crotch. The kid then proceeded to fall down. About 5 minutes later, it happened again, struck in the crotch again. This happened a total of 3 times. That's when I was sitting right next to the incident watching a movie, when I just started holding a conversation with the injured kid. I was told to shut up. Instead of retaliating against the teacher, I just tried to tell her, "This kid has been assaulted, I'm just talking." She didn't want to hear it because, you know, we got that red flag up for the 9/11 truther in the school.
That's right. Got to pick on exactly. That's how re-education camp works. Those that don't play ball and team up with the jail guards, they get picked on. You know, they get ostracized. They don't get as much food. They get tortured, and they're slowly, ambiently turning up the heat till many schools are full-bore prison re-education camps.
Exactly. It was.
All right. So you're in the re-education camp. Continue.
It was exactly. I don't care about the assault. I don't want to listen to you. You are nonconformist. You don't comply with hating your rights, so you just leave. So I complied and I left the room.
All right. Stay there. Stay there. You're now turned over to camp guards. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. You are in a camp. You must realize it.
Heart disease is on the rise. Clogged arteries, high blood pressure, and high cholesterol levels may not be fully detected by you, but the symptoms are there. Loss of energy, blood sugar spikes and drops, poor circulation, and irregular heartbeat are just a few of these that can alert you that something is wrong. Hear how Heart and Body Extract is making a difference in thousands of people's lives across America.
My blood pressure has normalized. My diabetes has totally improved.
Everyone is telling me now how much healthier I look, and I'm
I'm telling everyone how much healthier I feel. I recommend Heart and Body Extract to everyone.
Anybody over 40 in the North American continent should be using this product as a preventative to keep their cardiovascular system healthy.
Order your 2-month supply today by calling 866-295-5305. That's 866-295-5305. Or order online, hbextract.com. Heart and Body Extract, 866-295-5305 or hbextract.com.
On the average, Americans work between 45 to 50 years, hoping to build up enough wealth to retire and live out their golden years. Unfortunately, with taxation, the rising cost of food, energy, housing, and medical, many retirees are forced to live below the poverty line. Is this a flaw free enterprise, or is our monetary unit we call the Federal Reserve Note forcing us into perpetual debt, ensuring inflation and higher taxes? These questions and more can be answered by reading G. Edward Griffin's book, The Creature from Jekyll Island. Congressman Ron Paul states it's what every American needs to know about central bank power. A gripping adventure into the secret world of international banking cartel. Hi, this is Ted Anderson. I will give a silver dollar from the early 1900s to anyone who purchases this book. Call 1-800-686-2237 and order a copy today. It's critical that the public be made aware of the system. Call and order your copy today at 1-800-686-2237. That's 1-800-686-2237.
May I have everybody's attention, please? I've come with a message of information. 9/11 was an inside job.
Do you like being a puppet, sir? Do you like being a puppet for the New World Order?
How do the American people know that 9/11 was a stage, wasn't engineered by you, David Rockefeller, the Trilateral Commission, the CFR?
Please sit down and shut up. The day that we stop asking questions is the day that we have allowed the seeds of despotism to grow at our own door.
7 years after the attacks of September 11th, a global awakening has taken place.
An inside job? How dare you?
If you know that there's treason going on, you can be held accountable for treason yourself.
All hell is breaking loose on 6th Avenue.
And if the government has not told the truth, in 5 years we will be here on the 10th anniversary of 9/11.
Truth Rising. Download the film at prisonplanet.tv right now or get the DVD at Infowars.com. It's now time to take the revolution to the next level.
The new multipolar inline and portable water system new from hempusa.org. Now you can restructure and degas your water supply from any source, rendering chemicals harmless to the human body by polarizing the molecular structure. Imagine a softer, smoother water with increased oxygen that helps the nervous system and brain. There are no filters to buy, and it can be taken anywhere, making it our #1 new product from hempusa.org. This water system will descale all piping, hot water heaters, and appliances due to heavy buildup of hard minerals. Detoxification may result with restructured water by easily entering the fine capillaries of the human body by dissolving stones and toxins. With extreme positive effects on plants, vegetables, and fruits, improved taste, color, size, and yield with approximately 30% less water usage. There are multiple sizes also available for farms and commercial use. Visit hempusa.org or call 908-691-2608. That's 908-691-2608.
All right, let's go back to sophomore student Robert Wanick in a federal re-education camp in Minnesota. By the way, you think I'm joking. Judge Jean Muir, the family court judge that has a building named after her while she's a sitting judge, giant sprawling youth complex, when the children are late to class, they're going after the good kids, they trick the parents into portable buildings that are supposed courts. None of their rights are told, no jury, no nothing, and they scream at them. This is on the news. They're proud of it. Sign the form. Admit you're on probation for truancy when being late to class wasn't truancy under state law. They've been sued over it. They don't care. Then the children are now on probation. Now, for no reason, they can get deeper in the system. This is all about institutionalizing you, getting you on Ritalin, Prozac, getting you on welfare. When you get your child, they advertise like it's for everybody. The Head Start program, they have it in all the Western countries under Secure Start, Safe Start, Head Start. You get 3 CPS visits a year. You're actually then listed as a ward of the state and incompetent because you're taking government money. This is the total control. You understand, folks, I'm not lying. You can pull up these articles. Mainstream news where they say it's good that they unannounced come in with guns and do drills and terrorize children and training them to be helpless, training them to go to FEMA camps. All right, so continue. A assaults are allowed, everything's allowed in the FEMA camp because that child, believes 9/11 is an Al-Qaeda job. You, on the other hand, have been told you're being watched. You're told get out of the class because you reported the assault on the student. Please continue.
So then I comply, not being disrespectful. I just comply, and I'm told to go to the main office. Keep in mind that this is 3 p.m. and school gets out at 3:18, so there's only 18 minutes left of school. They then go on and they're kind of taunting me, saying, "Oh, you got a detention now." And I said, "For what?" And they go, "Well, how about for disrespect?" And I said, "Disrespect? I was just talking and I wasn't listened to." And then they said, "You know what? You're going to have to be quiet." And I said, "If you can please state why I'm getting a detention, then I'll be quiet." Then that really made them mad. They sent me into a solitary confinement type of room, a room with 3 or 4 chairs, 1 middle table, and this is what they do. They give kids in-school suspension if they speak out, and if you miss a detention for any reason, even if it's legitimate, if you can't go to an after-school